Welcome to the Taste of Wellness. I'm Claudia, your host. Today we're going to teach you quick, easy, simple, delicious, healthy recipes. Yes, I did say healthy and delicious in the same sentence because I mean it. Today we're going to teach you our raw brownie bites. Now don't go around telling everybody they're raw brownies because they might get skeeved out by the fact that if they're raw, how do you cook the eggs? Well, this is not traditional brownies. Today we're going to give you a kicked up, healthy, yummified recipe for brownies. And what we're going to use is walnuts. Now walnuts, if you take a quick look at it, it's shaped like a brain, and they're known as brain food. In fact, the Romans thought of walnuts as food for the gods. And the walnut tree is the oldest tree known to man. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a half a cup of walnuts and we're going to place it into our food processor, and we're going to make our own flour rather than using traditional flour. Another tip when you're telling people, you might not say raw brownies. What you could say is no baked brownies, and that doesn't make people stand on guard as much. So if you think of the summertime, it's hot out, you don't want to turn on your oven, no bake seems to go over better than raw. Just a little tip. So what we're going to do is we're just going to put a half a cup of the walnuts in our food processor, and we're just going to grind it up really fine. We're making our own flour. So here we go. Okay. So just like almond flour, we just made walnut flour. So what I want to show you, it's kind of the consistency of regular flour, but it's just made with walnuts. And it's full of nutrition because walnuts are filled with protein and magnesium and all sorts of minerals that our body needs. The next step that we're going to do is medjooled dates. Now, medjooled dates are the most alkaline fruit known to man. And it's really important because we want the inside of our bodies to be alkaline and the outside of our bodies are acidic, but that's a whole nother show. What a trick for me is the first time I made medjool dates, I didn't know that they had these really big seeds inside of them. And what you need to do is take out the seeds. Now, I have a little attention deficit disorder, so what I do is I take the seeds out and I put them on the counter so that I know that I've gotten all my seeds out. And how you de-seed these is you just crack it open and you just pull the seed out. Now a tip for this, if you're not going to throw this in the blender, we're going to use 6 to 7 of these medjool dates. They're like candy. It's a natural sugar, it's a great sugar replacement. And what we're going to do is we're just going to put them in here. But if you were going to use this in another recipe, a quick tip is, because they are so high in sugar content, they get really, really sticky. So what you might want to do is take out the pit, put them in the freezer, and then cut them up so that they don't stick to your knife. But today that doesn't matter because we're throwing it all in the food processor. So we want to use 6 to 7 dates. And what we're going to do is now we're going to blend those up again, and it's going to get choppy in there. And the dates, is what's going to make it really stick together. So I'll just show you what that looks like. See, it's the fine powder and the dates, and it's kind of mushy and sticky right now at this point. But what we need to do is, we're making brownies, so we're missing chocolate right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to take 2 tablespoons of raw cacao. Now, my son learned the hard way that this does not taste good by itself. It needs a sweetener, so it's very, very bitter. And it has no sugar in it whatsoever, so you need to add sugar. That's why we have the dates in there. So you're just going to add 2 tablespoons of raw cacao. And then the next thing that we're going to add is unsweetened coconut. And you want to make sure it's unsweetened. We have enough sugar in there with the dates. The dates are really, really full of natural sugars. Now we're going to add the vanilla, just a half a teaspoon of vanilla. And this will add to some of the moisture like our dates do. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to throw the cover back on. We're going to pulse it a few times to give us our brownie mixture. Okay, that should be great. I'll show you what it looks like. And it's moist and it sticks together all by itself. So there's a couple of options that you can do with this. One of the options is that you can put it in a 9 by 13 baker or any square baker, and press it in there and put it in the freezer or the refrigerator, and then cut it up and serve it later like regular brownies. One of the ways that I like to serve it is I take a scooper. This is a 1 teaspoon scooper, and I will make brownie bite in the form of little circular balls. And see, it sticks together. It's very nicely sticking together. And one of the things that you can do, you can eat it simply just like this. It's absolutely delicious this way. Or you can roll it around in coconut, unsweetened coconut flakes, or you can roll it around in some chopped nuts, or some people like that peanut butter powder. You can roll it around in there. So there's a couple of different ideas. One of the ways that I like to serve it is as a crumble. I like to take some fresh raspberries and put them in a dish, and then I just sprinkle the brownie bite over it as a crumble. And if you really want an extra special treat, what I would suggest is making ice cream from frozen bananas. So you take a frozen banana, a little vanilla, a little raw cacao, put it in a blender, blend it up. It makes this delicious chocolate banana ice cream. And then you could take some of these brownie crumbles and just sprinkle it on top. Now, a true sundae isn't a sundae without having some topping. So what we're gonna make next is a little strawberry topping. So what we have in here, you can take 2 cups of any fruit that's in season. Today I picked strawberries. So we're gonna do 2 cups of strawberries, and I just took off the tops of the strawberries and cut them in half. And the reason that I did that is that I want the pieces to become liquefied quicker. So that's why I did that. I cut them up. Obviously, this could take care of that all by itself, but I wanted to give it a little help. One of the things that you want to do is you want to make sure, we're going to use honey next in this, and what you want to do is put a little olive oil or some kind of oil inside of your measuring spoon, and what it does is it allows the honey to just fall right in. So you're getting all your honey that you need directly in your recipe rather than having to fight it off the spoon. See how that just pours out? I'm going to do that once more because we need 2 tablespoons for this recipe. And there we go. See, it comes right out. Look, nothing there. We don't have to scrape it, fight with it, or anything. It's an excellent tip. Next thing that we're going to do is we're going to place our top back on, and we're just going to give this a quick puree. And there we go. Very, very easy. And take a look at this. Look at this color. It's absolutely beautiful. It's like a pink, and it's frothy, and it's absolutely delicious. So what I would do is you can either take your brownie squares and pour some strawberry over it, or if you have your sundae, you can pour your strawberry sauce over that. And we're going to give this a little taste here. Just the right amount of sweetness. Now we have a lot of extra sauce here, so unless you're making a lot of strawberry sundaes, there's one thing that I could tell you to do. You can take, chia seeds are the ancient superfood, and they are loaded with fiber. It actually fills up your stomach and helps your digestive tract move along just quite nicely. And I use these in my smoothies. I put them over salads. It's a great source of omegas. It has more potassium than bananas, and it's without all the sugar content of bananas. So I really like chia seeds. And what we're going to do is take 2 tablespoons of chia seeds, and we're going to add it to our strawberry mixture here. And we're just going to give that a quick stir. Now, the chia seeds, what they do is they actually get gel. They make like a gel. And what we're going to do is we're going to pour it into a mason jar right here. And when we let it set up overnight in the refrigerator, what's going to happen is you've created your own homemade jelly, and you know everything that's in there. Is that not delicious? You can serve your homemade jelly over, I love to serve it over coconut flour biscuits. You can serve it over your gluten-free pancakes. You can, whatever delights you, whatever you normally put jelly on, that's what you do. And just store it in the refrigerator, and overnight when you wake up in the morning, it'll look like you purchased jelly, but you actually made it with everything that you know. To get your copy of these recipes, please visit our website at worldwellnesseducation.org. My name is Claudia. See you next time. Until then, get healthier, one recipe at a time.